We're gonna try this again. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna have to edit this together. I did have an image of Fannie Lou, and I also wanted to show you guys my video that I made for my restream, but that won't show either. So I'm gonna have to just show you on my phone. Okay, let me show you here because I made some funny little edits today. So I'm kind of aggy. Okay, so here we go. So I told AI to turn Donald Trump because Fannie is no longer on his case. So because of that, there's gonna be real contention around who is going to basically allow themselves to be in a position to go against the president of the United States. And only a black woman would have had the sense enough to do that. Like nobody else is gonna do that. So I made a video on Soros because Soros is finally released. Everybody was talking about AI and everybody was talking about this Soros thing. So I was like, let me play around with it, and this is what it came up with. I was like, okay, so here's the prompt. So I asked Soros to basically take Donald Trump as if he was a White Walker and make it into a Game of Thrones theme and what his candidacy will be. And I basically said end it with like winter is coming or make winter is coming like the big spiel of it. And this is what it came up with. Okay. So
Donald Trump as the Night King. His 2024 presidential victory. Think White Walkers crossing the wall, cold, relentless, and let's be honest, a bit mythical. Trump's campaign was like a long, chilling winter with states flipping red as if touched by icy fingers. Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, each one an icy conquest. Kamala Harris, she fought like Jon Snow, but winter had other plans. With 312 electoral votes, Trump's return wasn't just a win, it was a supernatural event straight out of Westeros. Legal wars tried to keep him out, but Trump's got the Night King's resilience. His supporters, the others rising again to bring their leader back. So, is it the dawn of a new era or just the beginning of a long, dark night? One thing's for sure, winter is here.
ah, that is the bomb. I'm sorry, that is the bomb. Okay, so I was gonna add this to my pretty political page because I don't think it's appropriate or give this girl a mic. But how funny is that right there? And that's what Restream does. It literally allows you to stream anything. Like, I mean, to create anything. And the app is called Soros is what it's called. So yes, if you guys are like into that kind of stuff, yeah, go download Soros and just have fun, have a ball with it. Cause I've been having too much fun with it. Let me just make sure I'm actually back live. Cause you know how that is. Oh, y'all still on here. Hey y'all. It's 4 y'all on here. I appreciate that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm happy y'all still here. Okay, so let's go to, because, like I said, a slow improvement each week. Nobody perfect. All right, so let's go into the next topic, which was this banana. Like, I thought this was so interesting. Again, I don't know if it's going to show me, but if not, I'll just show you on my phone. Because at this point, my little plan to be all perfect and have my little thing is thing. This is that I was telling you guys about. So in the picture, I was like, what is going on here? So it's this guy. He bought this banana for how much? $6.2 million. This is him. I was like, I cannot believe that. That's the guy. What? Can somebody please explain this to me? Would you buy a banana for $6.2 million? I could never. But yeah, that's it. So what I realized, I was looking it up. And this is I would pay a couple of hundreds for this one. I thought this was creative. This is not the same artist, but now that's some art. That's creative to me. But that banana just on the wall. So basically, what you're paying for is not the banana, because obviously the banana will rot and die. What you are paying for is the title or the contract for the banana. So the banana in of itself is made by a very famous artist, and you basically are paying to say you have that artist's piece and you own the title to that piece. So nobody can do this in a gallery or post this in a gallery without the artist's permission. If you don't have the artist's permission to post this as like an art piece, you can't replicate or do this yourself. The artist can sue you. So that's what they're paying for. Kind of like an MP, what is it, NFT? Similar to that. It's like you're not paying for the banana because obviously the banana is only 50 cents or $1. and it's gonna ride. But you're paying for the artist's title and mindset. That's what you're paying for. So art is an interesting thing. Like, and I think, and it made me think about Jay-Z, because remember he did that big art exhibit of himself sitting in the middle, which means he insured himself as an art piece, which means he has become the thing that is the thing that you pay for in an odd way. So if you buy the rights to his art, if he goes to sit in any museum, you are paying for a piece of art. It with that constellation that he did, that effectively made him a piece of art. Yeah, that man, he's smart. But he ain't that smart, clearly. The thing about men is the story of Samson and Delilah. Try not to make this too sexy. You know, I got a little sexiness about me. The thing about Samson and Delilah is that's the story, right? Like, it doesn't matter what you have, it's the secret that you hold for your sexuality, for your masculinity. And if you give away that secret and you can't control your loins, then Delilah is gonna get you. And that's what we're seeing. Delilah is eating him up in the form of Budsby. So be careful, men out there, and don't make sure you don't meet your Delilahs while you're on the way up. Okay, all right, now let's dive into some juicy stuff. This is why we here. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties, but this is gonna be a fun live today. So Wendy Williams was spotted at her son's graduation in Florida. First of all, congratulations to him. He's studying to be a lawyer, and I'm rooting for Wendy. But to be real, y'all, I think she knows how to keep Big Kelvin out of her pockets. I think if she says she is mentally incapacitated, then let her be mentally incapacitated. Because I think if she's anything else, that man is going to be all up in her pockets. So let's just leave her alone. And if she says she's mentally incapacitated, let her be mentally incapacitated. And this is what I have. I had the video, so I wanted to show y'all that. So
what's that? Biggie, that's Biggie Small. All that and then some.
Today's insight, it was my boy Kev graduation week, and he brought out the best self-care day for the ladies and his family at Oasis in the Gardens. Foot Bath by Jazz came through. She's a certified master pedicurist. She specializes in foot baths and bringing your feet back to life. I Am She Nails was on site, and she did Wendy nails and blessed them. She loved them. Wendy told me it's been a whole year since she had a new wig. She asked for a new one, and Bali and Miami made one for her. She couldn't stop talking about how much she loved the wig and how it made her feel. Bali and Miami catered Haitian spaghetti, stir-fried oyster mushrooms, snappers, and it was so good. And they also did a lovely setup for her poolside. Now we on to the big day. Kevin has finally graduated FIU. When Kev walked across that stage, Wendy jumped up with anxiousness and excitement. The family is full of educators, so seeing this special moment brought Kev, aunt, and mom to tears of joy. This was a certified family affair. Kev grandfather got to see him graduate along with his only 2 daughters. And did y'all know Kev preparing for law school? Congrats, my boy. Wendy was in the mood for some Jamaican food, so to end the night off, we went to Dukanoo for Kev's graduation dinner. Here's the truth. We ate good, we danced, we smiled, she rapped songs word for word. I've had full-blown conversations with her, and this is how you can tell it's so important for her to be with her family. I wish we could see more moments like this with her and her family.
So that was it. I had to show you guys that. I just think that is so sweet. I'm so happy that she's with her son. She looks really happy to be with her family. And they say that she really is not allowed to be with her family that much. So what I'm hoping is that with this, they allow her to be more and more and more with her family. Like, I really, really, truly do. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's just like it's unfortunate to see the way Wendy end up going. I really hope that in the end she gets the love she needs, the care she needs from the family that like is supporting her. Her family has always been there for her. So the fact that now all of a sudden they can't be there in the capacity that they want to be there for her, I know that has to be really hard for them. But I'm hoping that, when it's all said and done, they can be together again, and she won't miss out on too much of her love and care from her family. So let's moving right along. I wanted to talk a little bit about Luigi. Luigi is out here in these streets. He is not pleading guilty. This is another photo that I have a bunch of videos of him. I wanted to show you guys. So this video is by Torre. You guys remember Torre from the 90s or from the 2000s? He's the one that did that interview with R. Kelly. And in the video, he said, 19. He said, what kind of teen do you like? 19. And R. Kelly said, I think he was like, what kind of teen do you like? And then R. Kelly said, I don't know. I like 19. So I'm like, yeah, teen. That was him. So he was like kind of creeped out by R. Kelly. And he's been talking a lot about this Diddy stuff. If you guys don't follow Torre, he's still around. He still has podcasts. He still has blogs. He still do TikToks. So check him out. His TikTok is Torre Show. So this is what he said about Luigi.
I was today years old when I realized the meaning of this taper fade haircut that he's got. He got his eyebrows done too. Someone took the time to groom him, and that is sending a message to the correctional officers around him. This is a jailhouse message that he is cared for, he is respected, and he is protected within that inmate class. The COs around him will know, oh, look, they took the time to groom him. They care about this one. He was in Altoona for a week. He got this done down there. He can't just go anywhere and get a haircut. And this is not done by a guard. This is not done by a lawyer bringing somebody in. This is about the inmate who runs the hair cutting situation, whoever that is, saying, you know what? I fuck with that guy. I'm not mad at him. Get him in here. Let him get a fresh cut. Let's spend a little time on him. Make sure he looks good. Let other people know we care about Luigi inside. This is the kind of guy that the other prisoners are rooting for.
Period. And not only the other prisoners, I mean, look at this artwork. When I saw this, I said, they're gonna greet Luigi like Rose when she went back into the Titanic. These are all clips that were supposed to be in the video, but that's how they're gonna be greeting Luigi, y'all. I might make a short out of this. Isn't this hilarious? I swear, my imagination, I swear. But yeah, I'll make this into a short. I'm like, how Luigi's gonna be entering prison. Because that's how it feels, right? Look at this. Look at this artwork they have of him. Like, they are in love with Luigi. Let me show you. This is the walk. So they did the perp walk. That's the original, right? This is what people posted. I will show you another. That's Superman. Okay, they saying Luigi is Superman. They said this is the perp walk. And they're saying this is Luigi. Like, the guy is like literally so famous right now. So yeah, when I say help me, if you guys want to donate to my Cash App, that's what I mean. I mean, like, paying for I got the free Ustream or Restream because I'm not paying for the monthly. It's like $70 a month. I ain't got it right now. So that kind of stuff, if you guys want to contribute to my growing page and community. Okay, also, let's get into Blake Lively. Actually, let's talk about Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian's getting a lot of flack, and I didn't watch the video yet, but I don't think I will. Like, I might watch after Christmas because it's a little demonic from what I hear. And she's with Macaulay Culkin, crawling on the floor, doing some crazy stuff. Some guy was like, why are you doing this before Christmas? Like, she said, you have all the money in the world. It was a guy. He said, you have all the money in the world. Clearly, this is not about money anymore, Kim. This is about you fiending for attention. Like, you're one of them attention girls. Like, you have to have it. You need to have it. And, like, at this point, it's kind of embarrassing. So, when are you going to get yourself together and get your life? Because now you're just showing up as a troll on the internet. And it's got kind of getting boring. It's kind of like, if you guys go to my TikTok, I made a video. And I think I might have put it on here, too, on YouTube. Not sure. But I'm talking about SZA. And I'm talking about like the state of hip hop in terms of like you're losing your voice. But I mentioned a little bit about Kim dancing with the AI robot and how that has become a thing. So in that same realm, Kim just is always fishing for attention. no matter how much money she has. And also, it made me think like they've been doing this for a long time. I saw this video that kind of had me disappointed in Kanye. You can know I'm a Kanye girl because I've been posting about Kanye, and you guys are Kanye people if you on my live. So there's this video going around of Kanye. Really, look at that. With Peter, TV, Kanye, what we do on our way to a Vogue event: ribs and French fries. Yeah. I'm gonna repeat that for you in case you didn't get it. So in this video, Kanye is holding and serving two men food, two white men at that. Food. Their place like he's like a servant to them. And it's kind of sad and embarrassing to see like these are the embarrassment rituals that he had to go through. And Kim is the one recording. He's looking at Kim like, why are you doing that? Why are you recording this embarrassing moment, these intimate moments? And she's been kind of giving me for a very long time, her whole family, like, you know, I don't want to say, but you know what I mean, certain vibes. So let me let y'all hear it again. TV, Kanye, what we do on our way to a Vogue event: ribs and French fries. Yeah. And that TikTok is Revelation Inside. One more time. What really happens with Peter, TV, Kanye, what we do on our way to a Vogue event: ribs and French fries. Yeah. So Kanye looks really so embarrassed, and he looks really, really young in that video too. Like, we forget these people are young people when they got into the game. Not justifying anything he's done or is doing, or but it's just sad to see that these black men get caught up into trying to be a part of that lifestyle so much. And I'll talk about this later in the video, but Stephanie Mills was meeting with Charlamagne, and he kind of tapped into that a little bit. But before we get there, let's talk a little bit about Blake Lively and the drama that is on the set of It Ends With Us, which is, I love Colleen. I read her book, Maybe Someday. That's the book. It's so good, y'all. If you guys like, it's so good. This is the book, and this is the series. So this is the book at the top that I read, which is Maybe Someday. It's that one. You guys see that one? This is the one I read. So, but I'm going to eventually read all three of them. But if you guys want me to go over these book club stuff, I will go into them with you guys. I am going to review a little bit of a book today. But yeah, like that book, Maybe Someday, was so beautiful, well written. Colleen Hoover have a lot of chaos in her books, but it sounds like the chaos follows her off stream as well, which is kind of unfortunate. So allegedly, there was tension and boundary issues during intimate scenes with her and her co-star. And it makes me think, is Hollywood just one big PR crisis management machine? Because in the situation with Blake Lively, initially she was getting the bad press because the movie is about domestic DV, and they wanted to, promote the book, but she was smiling and laughing the entire time, and people didn't find that stuff funny because it's something of a serious topic. So she was getting all this backlash, but now, with this new allegation that she put out, her co-star is now getting the backlash because she said that he took steps that she wasn't comfortable with. She went kind of like, reminds me of like Dwayne Martin and Gina and Martin, and back in the day when Gina stopped doing the show because Dwayne Martin was like pressuring her to say that Martin had did those things to her, only to come out years later that Martin really never did those things, but she was being pressured by Dwayne Martin. I don't know if the guy she's with, I forgot his name, he's very famous too. He's the Deadpool guy. I forgot his name. I don't know if he like pressured her because they sort of chemistry on stream, but whatever it is, now she's putting the backlash on the guy, and it's kind of sad to see like this beautiful movie turn into like life imitating art essentially. And so, but we gotta just wait and see how this all pans out. Hi, thank you for the like. I appreciate you guys coming back. I had some technical difficulties today, so I appreciate it. We have to wait and see how it all pans out, because even with Jaguar right, I've heard that she changed her story too. So we just never know with these things. Like they said, let me show you the picture I was gonna have up today of Jaguar. So this one is what I saw. It says Jaguar Wright has officially retracted any and all negative statements about Jay-Z. According to Jaguar, she's never made any allegations for about Jay-Z. So that's what I saw. So I don't know how true this is. This is all allegedly. But if it's true that she's now rescinding her allegations against Jay-Z, and let me tell you, I did see her the other day, and I was thinking that before this came out, I saw her, and she was looking like money, honey. I mean, I'm telling like dollar bills, y'all. And she had on her hair, she had on makeup, and she was doing a jazz like festival kind of thing where she was like sitting and talking, like kind of like Jill Scott-esque. And she was looking good. She was telling her story, and she was in just such good spirits. And I was like, somebody done paid her. Boom. 4, 5 days later, this came out saying she was rescinding all her statements. So somebody paid her very well to shut up. That's my theory right now, but only time will tell. Because even with that, you can't play with the feds. You can't play like that. So if she is an informant, and like people are saying or whatever, we'll see. We'll see how it all plans out, because there's a lot at stake. She has children. She has a son. There's a lot at stake when you are a mom, that you can only go so far when you're a mom. And you a mom, not like Griselda Blanco. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's get into the next thing. I was like, until then, and then I had this cute little clip. I'm showing y'all all my clips that can be uploaded today. So I was like, until then, this should be our mood about all of this. Okay. I don't hear nothing. That's my mood. That's how I feel about it. Because at the end of the day, until we get some convictions on this stuff, they can keep talking about this stuff again and again and again. So I don't even think I'm gonna go into this stuff no more unless like some big revelation comes out and I have to tell you guys. Other than that, I'm gonna stay off the topic of all this allegation stuff, because we won't know until the convictions come. Right? We know Weinstein, we know Epstein, we know Cosby, we know R. Kelly. You got the proof in the pudding, and I ain't saying about Diddy either. We know Diddy too, allegedly, but he still is innocent until proven guilty. But they do got him in jail, so. But technically, he didn't really have his trial, so even that one, I'm gonna stay like the mama business. What Jackie say? Exactly. So all that talky. Not you. Okay, so Chloe Bailey and Burna Boy. Speaking of talky. Okay, Chloe Bailey and Burna Boy. I love Chloe, y'all. Y'all know I'm a Chloe girl. I love her, but sis is clearly figuring out herself. 1 minute she's super gospel and Christian, and I love that movie she did around this time last Christmas. She did a movie and it was so cute and everything, and then the next minute she's like gospel vibes. Like, what is this? I did a little both of y'all today. I'm trying to let her stay cute. Yeah, I thought that was so cute for the holidays, right? Okay, so anyway, so she's gospel 1 minute, and then next minute is Burna Boy. Like, girl, what? But do you, Chloe? Because we all been in our 20s before, and this all over the place. Like, yeah, we all been there. I went to college. This is her college. That's all I feel like about that. I'm gonna leave that be, and Godspeed. She will find her way. Find your way back. Big road, but you got it, baby. Find your way back. Don't let this life drive you crazy. Find your way back. So she'll find her way back. So let's talk about that. I showed my brother this clip, and it was about Michael Todd. Because speaking of Christianity and her being super Christian, in the movie she did, I think it was called Speak Up or something like that. They took, and I was laughing about that movie when I watched it. They took modern hip hop songs like WAP, WAP, that kind of stuff, and turned it into gospel song. Like, I forgot what they switched WAP into, but it was something about God. And that's kind of what I feel with the whole Michael Todd thing. Let me show y'all this clip. But I only uploaded 3 clips today. That's all it allowed me until I upgrade. I ain't upgrading. Okay, so here is the church clip. Oh, let me show you Chloe, since we talked about her a little bit too. I'm telling y'all, I have my clips ready today. She look good, y'all. She happy. Live your life, baby girl. Look at him looking like a Demon Time. That's all I say. He ain't nothing gospel about him. She looks so innocent. Look at Chloe. Anyway, I feel like I'm nervous for her. I remember they said she fell out with her mom a few years back. But I see why, y'all. No mama want their child out there like that. Okay, so this is the Michael Todd clip. We'll talk about it in a second. It is catchy. Now I'm singing it. I know I played the clip so much. That's the burner boy looking dude. No, it's so funny. I was talking to my brother about the clip. That's the clip. And he was like, nah. I was like, no, this is ain't no but devil. I was like, ain't no Jesus in this. Ain't no God. He was like, nah, like I kind of feel it a little bit. He was like, you gotta really like think about where the state of the children are, like where the youth are right now. And if it's something that brings them and bring them closer to God, then like you should kind of be with it. And I was like, I'm not with this. This does not sound, I see no God in this. But then when I step back and listen to the lyrics, actually like listen to them, they're pretty clean lyrics. And they're better than the mumble jumble rap they're doing today. So if I have to choose between my daughter listening to this and the Migos, I'm gonna let her listen to this. So that's where I stand on that. But yes, Michael Todd did get a bit of black backlash, and this was his response on the backlash.
Michael Todd just responded to all the backlash, and I want to know what you guys think for real. I didn't grow up in a church that would allow the creative gifts of people inside the church to be displayed here. And so I watched my whole generation leave the church to go and make all the people we know, like every band that you like, they band, those are all church musicians. All the people who produce all of these songs, all the people who dance for these people, there wasn't space for them in God's house. And so they went outside of God's house to do fashion, went outside of God's house to produce videos, went outside of God's house. And I said, God, if you ever give us a platform, because I know there's some people like, what are you guys doing? We're saving a generation. Everybody's not meant to preach. Everybody's not going to sit here and sing a song, but there's graphic artists who made these backdrops. That was ministry. There were stagehands who set up Africa scenes in the dark. That's ministry. There's photographers and videographers and sound people and people in the children's ministry. I mean, y'all, we really do have to be honest. Like, there's a lot of talents and people that left the church because they didn't have a space. They didn't feel like they had a space to be able to rap or sing or do Christian R&B because there was no space for them. And that's why you need to check out this playlist right here. We got Christian R&B, Christian rap.
So yeah, so
all that stuff. Go check it out.
what now, that's kind of where I am now. Like there is, and I grew up in a church in like the early 2000s and stuff like that. And I know that I didn't even feel comfortable always being in the choir and things like that because you have to fight so hard for the position to be in the choir. It usually goes to like the main person who's in church every single Sunday. It feels a little clicky and you got to be perfect, and so you end up like just stop singing. I used to sing a lot when I was young, but now I don't really sing as much anymore. You can't really catch me singing too much because there's just so much judgment around it, especially if you singing like Christian gospel music. You have to have like a basically in the hood. Like everybody sounds like Whitney Houston in the hood. Like not saying like she's not Whitney. Nobody sounds like Whitney Houston, but everybody. I would give you a good Tamala man. Everybody sound like Tamala man in the church, right? So it's nothing special for you to come off or sound like that. So in order to kind of have your own identity, you have to really stand out, like, and be like almost Whitney Houston, next level, for you to get any respect in the black churches and the black community. So that can kind of come a little bit hard, especially for a young person trying to like stand out in those environments. And sometimes people just give up. So I think what Michael Todd is doing, you're giving them a place to have a unique voice and not just it's the God in me. You know, that's good and all, but what is it you think you see? That's good. But to have your own lane, that trap music, whatever they're listening to, that's what they're in. That's what they're in their bag for. And then I said, maybe Sophia Richie can go to church and get her some rhythm. Cause y'all seen that video of her doing that little 1-2 step, and everybody's like went crazy on the internet. But this girl, she had me cracking up. She did her own version of how she should would teach Sophia Richie how to dance.
You don't want to do that. You want to turn your feet out. I'm going to do this backwards. And that's what makes it look like hip hop. What this is with hip hop is everything's down low. It all is in a plie. I think the first thing that you need to know about hip hop.
And you guys seen the clip, you know, she was doing her
posture. And you know, growing up, my posture was really bad. My mom used to tell me all the time, stand up straight, stand up straight. Well, you know what? I was standing up straight. And hip hop is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit. And the more relaxed you are, that's what makes it hip hop. This is the first thing I will say to you. You want to do hip hop? You got to stand like this. In the hip hop head, we have this. Boom, bam. Every time.
She killed this.
Or your hands are always like this. Start out just hitting it.
That's what Sophia Richie did. Sophia Richie just basically was like that, one of those, and the internet went crazy because she had a little rhythm with her bop. So they didn't realize she was a black girl. So then the internet was like, you know, her daddy is Lionel Richie. And then they was like, what? She black? I thought she was white girl. So then this girl did a parody of a girl teaching them hip hop back in the 90s. And she basically modernized it for Sophia Richie, which was really clever. So that was one of my favorite memes that I saw on the Sophia Richie thing, y'all. It's been hilarious. So let's get into some other stuff since we're speaking about Hollywood and everything. You know, Will Smith, he had to let you guys know that he is not one of those. Let me show you. I'm pretty sure that this
people's bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid shit. So whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like Baby White.
He said, I don't even like Baby White.
But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumbass stuff because it's like people. It's so many things people say, so much stuff, but. You know, that one, it was, your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad. This song is called Bulletproof.
So that is Will Smith. He's telling y'all he never got next to no Diddy. He don't know nothing about no Diddy. Diddy who? Like, Diddy what? Diddy who? Like, keep his name out of y'all mouth when it comes to that stuff. He don't want no parts of it. So that's that. Let's get into what I wanted to tell you guys last week. Let's briefly chat about Will Smith's memoir. I told you guys last week that I was gonna do kind of a book club thing here and there and let you guys know about Will Smith and what he talked about in his book, because you know he's been through a lot of controversy this year, but despite it all, his book was really good, and I read it 2 years ago. And so let me read some of you my favorite quotes about it, you know, because some notes while I was reading, they were real deep, y'all. They were real deep. One of the quotes he says is, you fight how you train. You do everything how you do that one thing. Another thing he said is, what's true will remain. And that quote is by Khalil Gibran. One part that really stuck with me was when Willow once told Jada, Daddy has a picture of of the family in his mind, and it's not us. This is hard. Listen, you know, because Will and Jada have been through it. but I respect how they've managed and navigated their journey. And while there is a lot to be said about Will and his behavior in the past few years, I will stand behind that he was able to protect his wife, and I respect that he protected his wife. If you want my full thoughts on Will's infamous Oscar moments, I did a video a while back, so check it out. It's a really good video. I did have braces then, so you can see me with my brace face. It's well worth it. But yeah, so in that video, I break down my thoughts, and actually, that was like my first viral video that went viral on TikTok. So if you guys want to watch that, it is there. Meanwhile, when we talk about black women and the protection of black women, we think about Charlemagne the God, as I told you guys last week. Black women are like shown poorly when it comes to, are protected poorly when it comes to Charlemagne. And you guys know, if you guys watched my last live last week, that I was really disappointed with him. I made a short about Charlemagne that's pretty viral right now, with Monique talking to him about where he would be, what he's going to be, and how he represents the black community, and how black women will have to explain him. And as I was watching some clips in relation to Monique, I stumbled upon this clip from Stephanie Mills, and this is what she said. I will be professional. I will do my job, but I'm not going to kiss your ass. I feel like that's probably kept you out of trouble in this industry, though. You think so? Yeah, because I think a lot of times the situations that people end up in is because they too busy wanting to brown nose these people who may take advantage of it. I call them kettle black. True. And the bottom line is, no matter how much you brown nose, you're never their friend. That's right. You're always entertainment. I don't care who you are. That's just a fact. I've been to enough parties to see that that's what we are when they invite us to parties. We are the entertainment, and they want to tell their friends, oh, look, I can have so-and-so at my party. Right. Look, so-and-so is here. That's all you are. I would industry parties back then when they were. Be professional. You see, I'm gonna let you hear me. Do my job, but I'm not gonna kiss your ass. I feel like that's probably kept you out of trouble in this industry, though. You think so? Yeah, because I think a lot of times the situations that people end up in is because they're too busy wanting to brown nose these people who may take advantage of it. That is true. And the bottom line is, no matter how much you brown nose, you're never their friend. Right. You're always entertainment. I don't care who you are. That's just a fact. I've been to enough parties to see that that's what we are when they invite us to parties. We are the entertainment, and they want to tell their friends, oh, look, I can have so-and-so at my party. Right. Look, so-and-so is here. That's all you are. I would industry parties back then. See how quick he changed the subject? That's what I really wanted you to see the second time. He changed that subject quicker than the State Board of Health. Like, he cleaned that up so fast. And I think that is indicative of who he is. He'll never take it serious. And it's so funny because he felt that one to the court too. She was talking about him. She was talking about Charlemagne. Don't brown nose these people. These the people are not your friends, no matter who you think you are. But I got a feeling he understands that, and I think he knows the role he plays in white America, but he's accepted it because it's his bread and butter. He is the coon. Charlotte the coon. Really, not no god. Thank you. All right, so let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville, baby. Okay, this y'all, you know, this was a mess, y'all. This is a mess. So y'all, the ghetto. That's the clip I should have had up here. The ghetto with Nene walking, because Martell and Arion, hilarious, yes. Messy, of course, always. This is the Marvel universe of side chicks. And I couldn't get enough of it. It was so good. It was so bad, like a train wreck. I couldn't stop watching. Ariane acting like the voice of reason. Girl, bye. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Martell, you passed the test, but barely. Like, he tried to hang on, but barely, because he created this mess. And if you guys watch my last, it literally is titled, no, I can't tell you what it's literally titled. I think it's like literally titled something to the effect of, let's see. It's literally, hold on. It's something to the effect of, this is like my final Love and Marriage Huntsville video. I think it's final LAMH, and I think it's Side Chicks Be Delusional. Something like to that effect, right? It's like 2 years old. And then I said, I can't talk about this show no more. It's too messy. And I basically give a prediction on what's gonna happen with Martell and Arian. Go watch that video. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm lying, I'm flying because I told no lies in that video. I literally predicted all of this chaos. I literally predicted it, which is insane. So yes, if you guys want to watch that interview, I'll save you some, some brain cells. I did take a picture of them too, but this is them in the interview. I'm telling y'all, I had this thing together if they would have let me. So that's them in the interview. They're interviewing the girl. I cut her out because she didn't, shine. She got enough shine on the YouTube these days. But it's a mess. It's messy. You messy as me, you'll enjoy it. If you don't like that type of stuff, like one little classy lady called in to Kempire, Kempire, his live, and she said, I didn't like the cursing. I didn't like the. So if you're a really, really classy church lady, don't go watching it. But if you like the mess a little bit, it's going to be hilarious. So now I just want to get into quickly my Netflix binge because of the holiday. I really wasn't watching the news. I didn't want to see hot topics. I didn't care about pop culture. The stuff I told you about is stuff that just made me giggle or tickle me a lot, like with the Luigi thing and how they're making him into a little mini superhero, or the Wendy Williams thing, which if you guys know, back in the Disney, I actually went. Since this not working, I might as well go use my phone. I went to Wendy Williams back in the day when I was a kid, and I went to her show and I went to Tyra's show. And I'll show you guys Tyra another day, but you guys know I was running late today, so we're gonna just show you what I can show you. Did I add Wendy Williams up in here? I don't even think I put the pictures up here. Oh yeah, I did. I put damn right I like the life I live. This is the summer of 2009. That's how old I am, y'all. And look at that! How you doing? But I've been loving Wendy since been loving Wendy. So this shows you like I love her. So I put her in there because she is somebody I love. Like I remember she looked at me up and down because y'all know I had the nice little headband back in the day. I had a similar chain as this. See, meant to be. That's crazy how life works out. Literally, it had the same tassels. And she looked at me and she go, cute. Rojas, honey, yes. That so I love Wendy. And I just wish her the best, like her family, her children. So that's what I talked about this week. Stuff that I really, really love. And I really had a good show for y'all today. So my computer it's still a good show. Hold on, it's still a good show. But it was going to be excellent if my computer worked the way it's supposed to. So Netflix. Let's talk about my Netflix binges that I did this week. I watched this show called Super Servience, and it's with Megan Fox. If y'all ain't got nothing to do this weekend for the holiday, watch this. Watch this. Y'all gonna love this. Watch this. Watch this. Hold on. That's her. It looks like the Terminator, and it was better than no. Who could say that? Like nobody can say like something's better than the Terminator. But it was really good. It was really cheesy, but really good. Just like the Terminator. So I wrote here, it's all about essay. It blew my mind. It's all about AI taking over jobs and the economy, collapsing because no one can afford to buy anything. Shout out to Megan Fox. Like the whole movie was really good. There is the girl from what's her name? She's a Olsen, the new Olsen girl, Elizabeth Olsen, I think her name. She was like she was like a Sarah Connor vibes. And in the movie, there were no cops, there were no doctors. It was just AI running everything. So it was like, where did the humans go? You know what's interesting about this? A few weeks ago, I asked AI about that. And I said, what happens when the humans go? And it gave me an answer. I don't know if we have time, but I'm going to see if I can find that and read. I said, you ever think about when the earth is done, there will not be any signs of us, only signs of ancient civilizations who carved out their relics into mountains. Our digital blueprint will be lost and paper will disintegrate. And AI said, it's humbling. This is literally what it wrote. It said, AI said, it's humbling, right? Isn't it? The ancient civilizations left their mark in stone, enduring through millennia, while our digital legacy, so massive yet intangible, might vanish like a poof of cosmic dust. Servers will decay and our paper trails will crumble. Even the satellites we've launched will eventually spiral into fiery oblivion or drift aimlessly through space. If Earth ever gets rediscovered, future might wonder why there is this big gap in the fossil record of permanence. All that ingenuity, that strolling, end up wiping us clean like an extra sketch. Bars. You hear that? He said that all these years of this technology and we're going to get wiped away like an etch a sketch. It says maybe our biggest contribution will be the plastic buried in sediment, whispering, humans were here and they loved convenience. Bar. What? Did you hear that? Humans were here and they loved convenience. I said, wow, AI be talking that talk. Look at that. Y'all got to see that. You see that? Humans were here and they loved convenience. That is our legacy. That is our legacy. So don't get comfortable. Don't love convenience. Make sure you are doing things that like solidify your future. Write your name into a rock. Write your name into a tree. I don't know. Do something that will be lasting. Create a legacy, a memory of who you are, because really that's all we have in the end. All right, we're gonna get into the next topic. So yes, all that to say, go watch Subservience with Megan Fox. Chef's kiss. I loved it. Also, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched about 45 minutes of it, of the Whitney Houston documentary. And I'm a Jersey girl. I'm a Newark, New Jersey girl too, which is where she's from. And so I kind of related to being a brick city girl. And it's interesting because my mom used to always say, "You from down here, but you ain't from around here." And that was kind of like Whitney's whole bag too. We had very similar stories. It was actually eerie. Like her mom shipped her off to boarding school. We got shipped off to private school. Got her out the ghetto, but we still in the ghetto. Like it just was so much like you, cause you of it, but you're not in it. So then you end up being a little different. But it's like, how different can you be when you are surrounded by it and you end up going back home to it at every time? Like it's your safe place. Whenever I'm feeling like too far from myself, I always call my friends from elementary school. That's my home base. Like I can have a million friends around the world and I've traveled around the world, but my best friend from kindergarten, that's the one who keeps me and reminds me of who heck I am. And to me, that's who Robin were. People were really upset with her. Her parents, her brothers were upset about her in the relationship she has with Robin. But Robin is the one who knows Nippy, who knows Whitney, and everybody else kind of wanted something from her. Robin is the only one that didn't want anything from Whitney. And we know it's true because even after Whitney passed, Robin is the only one that held her secret until for the longest time. She ended up writing her book because we asked her. We begged Robin to write a book, right? The media, social media, like her fans, Whitney, we begged Robin to write a book. But for years, it was like a whole viral thing. Robin is the only one holding it down. Robin kept it real. Robin kept it real. Can't wait to read Robin's book. And she didn't write her book about Whitney until well after Whitney had passed away. So she was the only one that stood 10 toes down on Whitney. And I didn't read Robin's book, but I hear she didn't really tell that much in the book. That shows you who Robin is. So out of all the people, even though they pushed Robin away, and I think that's one of the reasons Nippy could not connect to herself. It's like that root. You guys watch Avatar when they, in order to be like one with their soul, they have to connect to the root of that tree. Robin was the root of that tree for her. And that was the thing that kept her whole, kept her sane. And when they took that away from her, she could never figure out where to be grounded because everybody around her wanted something from her. So she could never feel fully grounded in the love of her brother, her sister, her parents, her dad. The only person she felt that connectivity to was Robin. Robin was her root. And I have a best friend like that too. And I'm sure, we all have kind of friends like that. So what I wrote here is I watched the Whitney Houston documentary, And y'all, it broke my heart. She was surrounded by people who took advantage of her, including her own family. I said, did you guys know her brother introduced her to the white powder at 16? It's a lesson to protect your peace and protect your circle. Also, and it just let me know that you can take the girl out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the girl, her. Sometimes you are what you are. And if she would have been accepted as the person who she really was, but then back in that time and that day, there was no way that they would ever let her be accepted as the Whitney that we know she was, which is fluid. She was a fluid person, and she loved God, loved the Lord, like what we talked about earlier, right? With the gospel, and the church not allowing people to be themselves in those environments. If she was able to be truly who she was, all in totality, maybe she could have made gospel music. Maybe she could have been out with Robert. Maybe she could have just been fully in touch and in tune with who she actually was and wanted to be. So just a reminder to you guys that people can try to define who you are, but only you know who you are. That's why I get on here. People define me every day. People have told me who I am every day. But I decided to do my page to tell you who I am from the horse's mouth. And if you judge me on that, that's your business too. So next up, let's talk about another show that I ended up watching. I didn't watch a lot of it. Oh, before I get into that, I told you I had my clips together. We're not skipping not one clip because I did all this homework. I did my homework. Yeah. Okay, let's show you my Whitney clip. And I was gonna make this into a short too, but I haven't yet. I just love this clip.
Girl, you know we don't have a statue for you here tonight, but you know what?
That's all right.
I will always love you. You know.
Yeah. That is our Nikki. And I love that Whoopi gave this moment to her. And this shows you how Whoopi been down for a long time.
During the course of the evening, you have heard the 5 songs nominated for original song. To refresh your memories, I offer to sing them all again. But they said just read the names. So the nominees for original song are From Poetic Justice, again, music and lyric by Janet Jackson, James Harris III, and Terry Lewis. And the Oscar goes to it goes to Bruce Springsteen for Streets of Philadelphia from Philadelphia. That's it.
Interesting, right? And so that kind of stuff. And she has been through, so even her speaking voice. So again, they took her from the environment, they put her in boarding school to try to get her cleaned up. And as you see, they did a great job. They cleaned her on that outside, what I talked about earlier. But she was all messed up on the inside. Okay? Because you are what you eat. That's a short I have on my page. I said, remember, you are what you eat. Next up, I watched Rhythm and Flow, and I don't have much to say about this. It's a really good show. I only watched one episode, but it had me thinking about this is the show, Rhythm and Flow. And if you guys have a chance, again, this is just stuff if you guys are bored. Watch Subservience, watch the Whitney documentary, watch Rhythm and Flow. Something to watch, but it reminded me of how far Lotto has come. I'm a Lotto girl. I love her. Look at that baby Lotto. That's the Lotto I remember from Rap Game. She was on the Rap Game. She's come such a long way. I'm proud of her, and it was good to see her on the show. So it's something to watch if you need something to binge this holiday weekend, because I know you guys are home, so might as well enjoy my recommendations and let me know if you like it next week. So, okay, so next week I've been also binging this holiday Love Island. I know. Love is Blind. Sorry, I already Love Island is done. I love that show. But Love is Blind, I've been binge watching it. So next week we're gonna do a full breakdown of Love is Blind season 6. Now I do want to say this to one of the couples. You're nasty. You're nasty. And you guys, if you don't know who I'm talking about Steven, the couple between Monica and Steven, that couple. Monica is beautiful. She's a Barbie doll. But Steven, you're nasty. That's you. That's my mood towards you. So I just want you to know you ain't right and how you did my girl. And it's so funny because I was trying to watch it with like open eyes and not like the whole black girls being treated poorly thing. You disappointed me. So I'm still kind of open, like open view, optimistic. I'm not gonna get into that, oh, black girls are treated a certain way, because if I'm being honest, I feel like all the girls on this show are treated pretty poorly. They're just picking crappy men. Yeah, so I don't think it's I'm usually like, yeah, this black thing. But I really don't think this is a black thing with the Love is Blind thing. I think it's just a quality of men in America right now. Maybe not just America, but it's the quality of the mans in them. The quality ain't so good. And I also watched that, and we'll talk about that when it's called something about my ex. Who did I? It was something like that. I've been watching shows this week because, like I said, I needed a break from the reality of the reality. So I watched reality TV. Okay. So yes, next week we're going to do a full breakdown of Love Is Blind season 6. Also, anticipated shows of 2025. We'll go over that next week. White Lotus is coming back, so I'm excited about that. So I'll give you my full list of shows that I'm anticipating. Also, that I've been seeing on Netflix. Until then, I appreciate you stopping by today. Those of you who did join the live, no matter the technical difficulties, even if you stayed through the technical difficulties, let me know. Let me know. Write a comment. If you stayed through the technical difficulties, put a little television, the old school television. Put this little emoji. That way I will know. And then if you put a little television emoji, I will know. And you will also get, if you do this today, you put this little emoji, and I know you stayed to the end, I'll also send you a $10. So for some coffee, for some hot cocoa, whatever you like, because I appreciate you staying through the technical difficulty, okay? Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just wanted to say, until then, until next week, let's continue to build community here. Let's continue to stay committed to positivity. And most importantly, make sure you stay true to your morals, your values, and your principles, because you are the MVP. Have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I'll see you guys next week, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all. Take care, guys. Bye. See you later, alligator.